Right, people, just a quick video how to install that aftermarket Chinese single din DVD or whatever player in your Ford Focus. This is a Mark 1. Same principle for most cars really, depending on what stereo you're putting in, but let's focus on the Ford Focus Mark 1. So obviously you need these two pins. My trusty camera lady, you doing a good job?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my daughter. Yeah, you need these two pins firstly to remove the stereo, the factory stereo from the car. Oh, you're zooming in here. You're good at this, innit? Right, so yeah, you pop these two. Without these two pins, you will not get this out. So like I said, I mean, I ain't got long. I gotta go work soon, so I'm making a quick video because of the problems I was having sorting this out. Yeah. So anyway, you pop these two pins in either side, pull them outwards, then pull towards you. If it goes in all the way, outwards and then towards you, bam, radio comes out. I've already unplugged the back of it to save time. Like I said, I ain't got long. I'll be waiting for this child to get home from school to make this video. So yeah, stereo comes out, all the wires are inside there. Yeah, it's not rocket science, straightforward. Yeah, chuck that in a bin if you want. Right, next is this thing. Now, again, I'm making this video purely because of the problems I was having with this BS thing I get off, what do you call it? eBay. Came this morning, no clips, nothing to hold it in. So the problem I was having, again, I'm rushing, so bear with me. As soon as I pop that in there, obviously you're gonna need this, yeah, that part to go inside that. But just to speed things up, I'll quickly show you guys. Make sure you're getting the whole thing. You're too close. Why are you zooming in?
That's what I think.
You need to. Look, I'm not making this video again, so that was not meant to happen.
Ow! That wasn't.
Sorry. So yeah. Anyway, look. That basically goes in there. The problem I was having is, as soon as I put that in there, look, there's nothing to hold that in. It's just loose, flapping about, etc. And I found I was really pissed off when I got this and saw that there's nothing to basically hold it in. However, I came up with a simple solution how to keep that in there. So moving forward, you need to get this. The next problem I had, this Chinese one that came with that unit, I couldn't get it through. I couldn't get it past these two bits, so I had to basically get a Stanley knife, yeah, and I had to literally just modify that bit, trim it up, take some of the shavings off, etc. on both sides, right, to get that in there. So yeah, I bet, knowing my luck, it's not going to go in first time. Watch. You getting it, yeah? Bear with me. I don't want to break this because normally when I fight with stuff I end up breaking stuff. So yeah, that slides in. Yeah, remember after trim the inside, just get a bit of the plastic off. It slides in. It does go in, trust me, it does. Right, you're in. Due to the weight of this thing, it does slightly prevent this from falling out. Not falling out, but you see what I mean. Put that in there. The right way around would help. Pop that in. I'm going to do this properly after I finish filming this. I'm just trying to rush this to save time. Right, you get that in. See what happens? See, the weight of it makes this thing keeps basically coming out, so it's not flush. As soon as I let go, watch that part. See, flicks up. So I came up with another easy solution. Where are they? Two little rubber things that I cut off. Where are they? There we go. These 2 little rubber, I just basically got a bit of rubber out in my toolbox, and I cut these, little small square, triangle, whatever shape they are. And what I did, you're gonna need a little flathead for this. Where is mine? In my pocket. Once you get everything installed, which I'm gonna quickly run through that real quick, I'm just gonna show you the modification I had to do to keep that one place. These little rubber bits, yeah, nothing too big. Rubber, you just slide them in there at the bottom. Obviously, you want to go with black rubber, because obviously all that is black. Slide them in either side. Now, what you do, slightly just press them all the way to the edge. Look, I've only done one, and you can see it's staying put. Again, it's just using your common sense, you know what I mean? Get them in and slide them all the way over. And trust me, you won't damage your car, don't worry. You're just improvising at this point, just to make sure that. And look, that ain't moving. That's nice in there now. So yeah, that was my quick fix around this problem, because most of these do come with clips that clips onto the top and the bottom, but this shitty one didn't come with any. And obviously, as you can see in there earlier, I couldn't even get the radio support thing in there to stay, well, to get in. So I had to trim on the inside. That's what you get from buying cheap stuff on eBay. So anyway, yeah, that's how you make that stay put. It's not moving, it's fine. Right, moving forward, get these out. Like I said, I'm going to do this properly when I finish this filming thing. Right, next thing is the connection. Now, one other thing. I am connecting, where is it? There we go. The manual. There we go. I'm going to be connecting this universal patch lead to the Ford Focus, because I want to be able to still use I want to be able to still use this to control the music, volume, mode, changing the tracks, etc. So you will need this thing here. This is the patch lead, they call it. And you will need this part as well, right? So again, it's pretty straightforward. And one other thing, very importantly, do not connect all that. Let's get this out real quick. Chuck that at the back. We're done with that. Do not connect the power from the car to the leads and then to the head unit. It will not work. You must start from the opposite end. Connect it all to the head unit first, then all the way back to the power of the car. Because if you did that the other way around, this thing will not. It's all complicated, but I'm not going to get into it. Just connect from the head unit on the way back. Make sure your power connection from the car goes onto this bit last. Again, this is really simple. That goes into there. Where's the other part? This part, which I've already connected. Now, this comes with all that. This goes into, where is that? That goes into there, right? I can't remember the proper name for this. I'm so rushing, so I can't even think straight. However, you have this part, which is the 3.5 aux or jack connection. But I just taped that up because on that aftermarket head unit, it's a EON or EO1 or whatever it's called. You don't need that. All you need is these three. You need the key 1. Not sure what these mean. Key 2 and the ground. So this will run off this little lead there that connects into that box. And lucky enough for me, on my back of my stereo, this goes in my stereo, it was already labeled, so it was quite simple. See, key 1, key 2, ground. Mine was already labeled on that. See, key 2, you got GND there, stand for ground. And you got this one should say key 1. Yeah, there you go, key 1. So it was quite simple. Follow the instructions, connect them. Right, moving forward. For connection purposes, I'm going to do it the other way, which I said you're not supposed to. I'm just showing you real quick how it looks. That goes into there. And at first it does look like it won't fit, but trust me, it does. The ignition's off to be on the safe side. Do not interrupt me, my little neighbour. Oh God. Right. Pause it real quick. Right, back to this real quick. Yeah, like I said, it will seem as if it won't go in at first, but it does. Just keep playing around with it. So that part plugs onto there. That part plugs onto there. Then this little part here. If you buy this specific one for your car, you can't go wrong. It will. You don't need to cut and solder or heat shrink anything. It's all plug and play. So there you go. Pretty straightforward. This part here. Right, shut that. We don't need them two. This part here goes into there. Again, pretty simple. Now if I grab my head unit real quick, see, it's aftermarket thing. Stop washing. That plugs into there. It's all plug and play, guys. It's not. Don't let these wires fool you. Simple. That's just connection, just how it works. I've got the key out of the ignition because I don't want to start confusing this thing, because I'm going to do it properly once this filming thing's done. But I just wanted to make this video because of all the issues I was having. You know, this thing from eBay didn't have any clip on it to hold it into there. Hold it like that. Yeah, this never had nothing to keep it into this. I had to, as I showed you earlier, cut two little rubber thing just to shove it underneath the bottom bit, underneath there, and it will keep that in. So that's pretty much how you. Oh yeah, one other thing as well. Right, I'm gonna quickly switch this on. Pass that key. After all that trouble of trying to get this thing to, you know, to work, I had it all powered up, and guess what? This thing wouldn't work. Done it all the right way, etc, etc. Basically read the manual, did it how it's supposed to be done, and then it still wouldn't work. What you then have to do is, depending on the stereo you have to go inside and switch the steering wheel control on. Very, very important. It's a simple thing, but I was just getting really, really peed off with this whole thing. And it was a simple thing of going inside. You have to go in the stereo, whichever stereo you have. You have to go to setting, and you must activate or switch on the steering wheel. You see that word there? There you go. You press steering wheel. And what you're doing in this particular stereo, you have to teach the stereo how to read the information from this through the CAN bus thing, which is this little box there. Yeah, this is the brain of this whole thing that you're trying to do. And if this doesn't know what to do, it won't do anything. So like I said, I plug it all in, all the wiring, everything was spot on, and this would work. Funny enough, oh yeah, there it is. It's going down. You see the volume going up. But for it to do this, change the tracks, etc. See, if I press mode on the side part there, if you press mode and look at the screen at the same time, zoom out. Yeah, see, there's my finger. Press mode. See, it changes the screen to different mode setting, whether Bluetooth, aux, radio, etc, etc. The volume, everything works. But to get that to work, after you've done all your connections, you must go inside your stereo. Again, every stereo is different. You must go inside it, go to steering wheel, and you have to basically tell the stereo what you want it to do, or tell that, or this, you have to switch it on. In my case, I had to do the volume, press the up button. Oh, music, turn that down. So yeah, I had to go inside this bit, and it basically tells you after you press. So if you want to train this, I had to recognize the up volume thing. You press the plus, then you just press up, and what you're doing, you're making them talk to each other. So as soon as you press that, the stereo, the volume will go up. Go back a bit so you can see the whole thing. And vice versa, you want to train that out to turn the volume down, or tell the stereo through the CAN bus that you need the volume to turn down. You press the, obviously the volume sign, minus, then you press down. And what you're doing, that is talking to the stereo through, don't zoom in, just leave it, zoom out. Talking through the talking to the stereo through this box. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So just remember, key points: don't connect the power, follow my hand, don't connect the power then to the head unit. Connect this system from the head unit first, get all your wiring done, then connect the power last. Just remember that bit. I did it the other way around and this wouldn't work. That part wouldn't work, which is what I want to work anyway. So head unit first. Make your way back to the power. Once that is done, you then got to go in your stereo, and basically you're gonna program the stereo to read information from this bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no editing in this video. I'm just doing a quick live thing, whatever you want to call it. If anyone having problems, it doesn't have to be a Ford Focus, could be any car. If you've done all your wiring and it's still not working, go inside the stereo and switch the steering wheel control on, because you need to tell this system that you want to be able to operate it via your steering wheel buttons, etc, etc. So yeah, that's it. Any question, feel free to ask. Share, subscribe, spread the love, man. Peace.